Okay, a very good afternoon to all of you. Thank you for joining us for this week's media briefing. I will begin with an announcement and then we can take a few questions. Basically, the announcement of the Prime Minister's visit to Japan. Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi will visit Japan on 27 September 2022 to attend the state funeral of former Japanese Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. Prime Minister will separately meet the Prime Minister of Japan, His Excellency Mr. Fumio Kishida, during the visit. That's a short announcement I had for the evening. Okay, queries, questions? Okay, we'll start with you, since I saw you first, one by one.
Sir, Meghna from DD News. Sir, there have been reports of Indians stuck in Myanmar who have fallen prey to criminal groups. What's the status? How many people have been rescued? And any update on the situation?
Anybody else has queries on this topic? So maybe the other topic later on. Maybe this one because somebody else had something else? No. Okay. Look, on this topic, as I said, there are, it's a little complicated because it's, you mentioned about Myanmar. Let me just give you a sense of what we know. We are aware that some fraudulent IT companies, actually, they appear to be engaged in digital scamming and forged crypto activities. And they seem to be operating through agents in Dubai, Bangkok in India, are recruiting Indian workers on the pretext of employment opportunities in Thailand, usually. What we're hearing is in the IT sector there. The workers are lured by social media advertisements of highly lucrative data entry jobs, as I mentioned, in Thailand. Unfortunately, these workers are then taken illegally across the border into the Myawaddy area of Myanmar. And that area, as you know, is difficult to access due to the local security situation. Nevertheless, thanks to the efforts of our missions in Yangon and in Myanmar and in Thailand, we have been able to facilitate the rescue of some of these victims from captivity or forced labor. And we are trying to help others. We would like to urge Indian nationals to exercise restraint, extreme caution, I would say, before taking up such job offers. It may also be mentioned here that the visa on arrival scheme in Thailand, which allows you to get entry into Thailand, does not permit employment. So if somebody is offering you such an opportunity, that is illegal. Our embassies in Thailand and Myanmar have issued advisories in this regard. Please follow them. We have also taken up this matter both with the governments of Thailand as well as Myanmar. As to your specific query of how many, look, this is difficult to say. 32 people have certainly been rescued or helped out of where they were. Remember, this is in a remote part of the country where there is difficult access. I think, I don't have exact number, I would say maybe 80, 90 odd people maybe total, so out of 32, maybe another 50 odd people our embassies are in contact with, but maybe a little more or less because some of it is hearsay from third-hand sources. That's the number we have broadly, but I don't want to comment on the exact numbers because that's still an evolving thing, but at least 32 have come out of that. That's broadly what I had to say. Sorry, any other, so many questions suddenly. Okay, go ahead. Maybe I'll start with this. I just saw you after that. Yeah.
This is Reza from the Hindustan Times. This is regarding the PM's visit. Is there any likelihood of a bilateral meeting with the Sri Lankan president, who is also going to be in Tokyo around that time?
For Tokyo?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
This is Yeshi Seli from the New Indian Express. There have been instances of attacks on Indians in Leicester and then in Birmingham. What is being done? EM has already made a statement.
Sorry, I thought your hand was okay.
Sir Siddhant from Beyond. There have been, of course, reports of Khalistani referendum, so-called Khalistani referendum, taking place in countries like Canada. Any reaction to that? What the Indian government or the Consulate or mission has been doing on that?
Pranay, I'll come to you in a second.
So, two things. One, if I may add to the question regarding the incidents in Birmingham and Leicester. तो क्या इस बारे में भारत सरकार ने अपनी कुछ चिंता जताई है ब्रिटिश सरकार के साथ, जिस तरीके से बर्मिंघम के अंदर मंदिर का घेराव किया गया था और अभी सिक्योरिटी को लेकर क्या कोई कंसर्न है? दूसरा सवाल सर इस यूक्रेन सिचुएशन को लेकर है। रशिया ने जिस तरीके से पार्शियल मोबिलाइजेशन को ऑर्डर किया है और रेफरेंडम किया जा रहा है उस इलाके के अंदर, इंडिया का व्यू क्या है उस चीज़ को लेकर, क्योंकि प्राइम मिनिस्टर की मीटिंग हुई थी राष्ट्रपति पुतिन के साथ समरकंद में।
Sir, times now. We have seen the incident in Leicester and then the whole thing appears to be spreading. Birmingham has been next. What is the understanding of the Indian government on this? Who is responsible for this? And how helpful has the British security authorities, the apparatus, been on with this? And how are you interacting with the British government through the Foreign Office, through the Home Office? Could you tell us a little, please?
Let me try to answer some of these questions. Reza, on the issue of bilaterals, still too early. I've just announced the visit. We don't even know who all finally are going to be there. I understand that the Japanese government has today indicated some list of leaders who would be there, but I don't even know there'll be enough time because it will be a very short visit. If there is, as and when, we will come back to you on that. On Siddhant, your query was on the issue of the Khalistan referendum. Look, so-called this referendum or so-called Khalistan, whichever way. Basically, we would term it as the farcical exercise. The farcical exercise was held by the extremists and radical elements supporting the so-called Khalistan referendum in Canada and elsewhere, I think. The matter has been taken up with the Canadian authorities through diplomatic channels. The government of Canada has reiterated that they respect the sovereignty and territorial integrity of India and that they will not recognize the so-called referendum which is taking place in Canada. However, we find it deeply objectionable that politically motivated exercises by extremist elements are allowed to take place in a friendly country. You're all aware of the history of violence in this regard. And the government of India will continue to press the government of Canada on this matter. जी मैं उतना रूपांतरण कोशिश करता हूँ जे कनाडा में जैसे तथाकथित खालिस्तान रेफरेंडम या जनमत संग्रह जिस तरह से कह लें का समर्थन करने वाले ये चरमपंथी और कट्टरपंथी तत्वों द्वारा एक नकली अभ्यास आयोजित किया गया था, अभी चल रहा है, सुन रहे हैं। इस मामले को राजनयिक चैनलों के माध्यम से कैनेडियन अथॉरिटीज़ के साथ उठाया गया है। कनाडा सरकार ने दोहराया है कि वो भारत की संप्रभुता और क्षेत्रीय अखंडता का सम्मान करते हैं और वो तथाकथित रेफरेंडम को मान्यता नहीं देंगे जो कनाडा में हो रही है। पर हमें बहुत आपत्तिजनक लगता है कि एक मित्र देश में चरमपंथी तत्व द्वारा ऐसे पॉलिटिकली मोटिवेटेड अभ्यासों को होने दिया जा रहा है। इस संबंध में जो हिंसा ऐतिहासिक है, आपको मालूम ही है, आप सबको वाकिफ़ हैं उससे। भारत सरकार इस मामले में कनाडा सरकार को इसके साथ वार्तालाप करती रहेगी और उनको प्रेस करेंगे कि इसमें एक्शन ले। Moving on to the issue of Ukraine, I'll come back to the issue of Leicester in a minute. On Ukraine, yes, of course, as you know, this issue I think has been in the media, earlier and also discussed. Let me say that India has repeatedly emphasized on the immediate cessation of hostilities and the need to resolve the ongoing conflict through dialogue and diplomacy. This was reiterated by Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi during his recent meeting with President Vladimir Putin on the sidelines of the SCO summit in Samarkand. India's position has also been clear and consistent insofar as respect for sovereignty and territorial integrity of countries is concerned. That's all I had to say on that. I think प्रणय आपने भी इसका जिक्र किया था हिंदी में। भारत ने बार बार युद्ध के तत्काल समाप्ति और बातचीत और डिप्लोमेसी के माध्यम से के चल रहे संघर्ष को हल करने की आवश्यकता पर जोर दिया है। प्रधानमंत्री मोदी जी ने हाल ही में समरकंद में प्रेसिडेंट पुतिन को एससीओ के शिखर सम्मेलन के साइडलाइंस पे हुई मीटिंग के दौरान इनको साथ जो बैठक हुई थी यही बात दोहराया था। दोनों देशों की संप्रभुता और क्षेत्रीय अखंडता के संबंध में भारत की स्थिति स्पष्ट और consistent रही है. On the issue of the developments or activities in Leicester as well as in Birmingham, look, this one I think we've already made a couple of comments, so let me just recap that. You would have seen the statement issued by our High Commission in London condemning the violence. Our High Commission continues to be in touch with the UK side, and as Shinja was asking, we are in touch with the diplomatic as well as the security authorities to prevent further attack and take action against the perpetrators. That has been our repeated request, to prevent these attacks and take action. You would have also seen that during his meeting yesterday in New York, External Affairs Minister raised this issue with his counterpart from the UK. I think I'll leave it at that. जैसे आप जानते हैं, आपने लंदन में हुए हमारे उच्चायुक्त द्वारा इस हिंसा की निंदा के बारे में जो स्टेटमेंट थी वो तो आपने देखा होगा. ये बयान दे रखा था हमने. हमारा उच्चायोग और यूके अथॉरिटीज़ के साथ कांटेक्ट में है कि ये हमलों को किस तरह से रोका जाए, और रोकने के लिए और इन अपराधियों को खिलाफ कार्रवाई करने के लिए ब्रिटेन सरकार के संपर्क में है, उनको रिक्वेस्ट कर रहे हैं. और हम विदेश मंत्री कल अपने यूके काउंटरपार्ट से भी कल मिले थे, उसमें भी यही रिक्वेस्ट की थी. उन्होंने एक ट्वीट भी डाला है, आपने देखा होगा. ओके, नेक्स्ट सेट ऑफ क्वेश्चंस. Somebody else had a hand up earlier, so no. Okay, so then you go first.
Sir, Shruti Ranjan from the Bloomberg. Any details that you could share about the External Affairs meeting in the BRICS and also the Quad Ministerial Summit that's likely to happen in New York? And also any idea about his bilateral meetings with his US counterpart next week? Anything that you could share?
Okay, at this point. Okay. Yeah, please.
Sir, Shashank Mantu with the Mint. So on FTAs, is the India-UK FTA is still on track for its Diwali delivery date? And just following up with that question on FTAs, will an India-US FTA agreement be on the agenda for the bilateral meetings later this week?
Later this week?
Next week, where the External Affairs Minister with his US counterparts.
You said UK, no?
Both of the questions. India, UK.
India, US?
Yes, both of them.
Okay. Yeah, please.
My name is Takashi from Asahi Shimbun, Japanese daily newspaper. Regarding of the Prime Minister visit of Japan, I'd like to ask the main reason why the Prime Minister Modi decided to visit the state funeral for Mr. Abe. Is it mainly because of the personal relationship with Mr. Abe or any other reason?
Yes.
Good afternoon, Elena, TASS News Agency. I just wanted to have some details on the position of New Delhi on the referendums in Donbas, Kherson and Zaporozhye regions. As we all know already, official position of India on the Ukraine crisis, diplomacy and dialogue, we heard it a lot of times. Then my second question is any information on the bilateral meeting between Jaishankar and Lavrov on the sidelines of UN General Assembly. And if you don't mind, I have also one question.
Okay. We usually have a rule of one question, but okay.
Okay. And I think you may be seen in media, reports that the United States is in deep talks with India over its reliance on Russian arms and energy. The reference goes to US State Department official. It was published on Tuesday, this article. My question is, do you feel any pressure from Washington on these issues, on India's cooperation with Russia in energy sector and in...
you mentioned defense, I thought. You referred to a defense. Your query was on defense, right?
Yes, defense and energy sector. Like on the supplies of Russian arms to India.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
Okay. Please.
Sir, Abhishek from CNN News 18. Sir, is there any BRICS foreign ministers meeting planned in along those UNGA in New York? Okay. And will there be a bilateral between FM Jaishankar and his Chinese counterpart?
Chinese, okay. Look, let me take the UNGA ones. Look, the UNGA, as we speak, External Affairs Minister is in New York, and he is actually being very forthcoming every day. You hope you've seen this video of his daily recap, what he's doing. He's putting out the tweets, we're putting out the press releases of various activities. He has a very packed agenda with, I think, 50 plus meetings. So I wouldn't like to get into specific ones. I know have been asked on BRICS, Quad, I think, Shruti. Till they happen, I'm not saying anything on them yet. Yes, as you would have realized, they are on the agenda somewhere, but let it happen, so we will try to brief you on that. So yes, similar answer to you. Yes, there is talk of a BRICS. I think it's just been issued. I think we issued, we managed to issue it, I think just now from a tweet giving the sense. Let's see if you have anything further to share. So on the BRICS, I think it's already done. The Quad, not yet. And bilaterals, as they happen, we will tell you. You never know. We announce something and it doesn't take place. It's perhaps avoided. So we'll come back to you as they take place. I think the foreign minister meeting on the BRICS level has not taken place, but the meeting happened at the Sherpa level yesterday. So when it happens, we will let you know. On the FTAs, I think, Mr. Mattu, you came up with the FTA question. Look, I think the FTA question is, to be honest, to be placed more in the Commerce Ministry. But let me just recall that both sides have reiterated, particularly with the change of government in the UK side, that the Diwali deadline is something that they're still working towards. And hopefully, it gets there. We'll see how it goes. But if you have wanted any more details on the technical side, I would refer you to the Commerce Ministry. On the India-US, I don't know if the FTA part is so much on the agenda. Of course, we have been working closely to see how we can deepen our different pillars of our strategic and partnership. But I don't know whether External Affairs Minister is the right person and say this kind of a meeting will be the one to discuss FTA specifically. There are other issues. But yes, trade, certainly strengthening bilateral trade and economic linkages will be on the agenda. There was... Elena, if I could take your question. On the referendum part, didn't I say it? But I'm happy to repeat what my position has been. Both parts of what we said. As I said, we have repeatedly emphasized cessation of hostilities. And you talked about dialogue and diplomacy. Let me reiterate that. PM said that himself. You heard him. Let me also add, India's position has also been clear and consistent insofar as respect and sovereignty and territorial integrity of the countries is concerned. So I think our position on the territorial integrity and sovereignty of these countries is also very clear. I don't need to reiterate that. Bilateral meetings with Lavrov, Foreign Minister of Russia on the UNG. As it happens, we will let you know if it happens. I wouldn't like to comment in advance on meetings that may or may not take place. On the last question, I wasn't sure. You referred to some comment. There are talks between India and Russia. Yeah, India and US have a very wide-ranging discussions on a regular basis. I'm sure issues of defense cooperation or on energy and energy trade, energy security come up. I wouldn't have much else to say vis-a-vis that. Pressure, I think I'm not the right person to comment. I think you've heard our Foreign Secretary as well as External Affairs Minister saying no issue of pressure at any point. I don't think India is a country you pressure and hope to get results. So either way, and I think India's position stems from our own beliefs and our interests of what we need to do. Coming to your question, look, I think I don't want to guess why Prime Minister was going, but I would tend to agree with you on both counts. I think this is a state funeral. And of course, as you know, this is of a very friendly country, as an important partner. And I think it's nice that Prime Minister has found time to be able to go, despite his busy schedule, to be present at the state funeral. And of course, as you know, there is a personal connect and with former Prime Minister Shinzo Abe. So I think all that would have played a role. But this is me speculating. I haven't had asked Prime Minister why he's going. So you would let me be at that. Okay, if there are no other questions, or there are more questions? Okay. It's not coming up.
Shalandra News 18 से प्राइम मिनिस्टर मोदी की मीटिंग टर्की के प्रेसिडेंट से हुई थी बायलैटरल, लेकिन उसके ठीक कुछ दिनों के बाद टर्किश प्रेसिडेंट ने यूएनजीए में फिर एक बार कश्मीर का मुद्दा उठाया है. उस पर हमारा क्या रिएक्शन है?
किस पे?
कश्मीर का मुद्दा उठाया.
ओके, या फिर मीटिंग पे. ओके. Okay. Any no other questions? Okay, I'll take the last one here.
So the intersessional between India and the US, just temporarily.
Intersessional?
That intersessional meeting.
Between what?
Between the 2+2s. This was the mini 2+2 that took place on the 7th and 8th. It was decided that the next 2+2 would be in India in the spring, either in February or March. Could you sort of tell us a little more about it, please.
Okay, let me take your question first. Look, when it happens, we'll let you know. Intersessionals are exactly that. We will try to host the next one. March is a long time away. I am not confirming any of the stuff you said. That was your preface to your question. I'll accept it as taken, but we will let you know when we are ready to announce anything. शैलेंद्र, आपने पूछा तुर्की के राष्ट्रपति से मुलाकात हुई थी समरकंद में. उसके बारे में हमने एक प्रेस रिलीज भी जारी कर रखी है एंड हमने उसमें क्या क्या बातें हुई थी कुछ उस पर बारे में उल्लेख किया था. और जम्मू कश्मीर के बारे में वो अलग मुद्दा है, यूएन में हुई थी. हमारा इस पे वक्तव्य हमेशा भी हमारा पोजीशन बहुत क्लियर रहा है. अब चाहे तो मैं दोहरा दूंगा कि ये हमारा अंदरूनी मामला है और इस विषय पे हमारा जो पोजीशन है हर जगह हम कह चुके हैं कि इसको बायलैटरली शिमला एग्रीमेंट के तहत और बाकी उस संदर्भ से टेररिज्म जब ख़त्म हो उस बारे में इस कॉन्टेक्स्ट में हम देखते हैं. तो इसमें यूएनजीए में रेफरेंस का कोई मायना नहीं रखता है किसी भी और देश की तरफ से, पर उससे ज़्यादा मेरे पास अभी इमीडिएटली रिस्पॉन्स नहीं है. या विच वन ऑन कश्मीर और टर्की? Okay. On Turkey, as you know, Prime Minister had a productive meeting with the President of Turkey recently, last week in Samarkand, and we had issued a press release on that, highlighting the areas of discussion and how we could work together. On the separate issue of course, UNGA and Jammu Kashmir, I think our position is pretty well known, but since Shailendra wanted us to reiterate that, as I can say, this issue, of course, needs to be resolved in the Shimla Agreement and bilaterally, and we've always held that. And also discussions in a conducive atmosphere free of terrorism. I think all of us know that, and I don't think a reference to Jammu and Kashmir in the UNGA is useful or helpful. Thank you. Thank you for joining us.